On this International Women's Day, I'm sending out my love to all the amazing sisters out there, to my actual sister, flesh and blood, to my wonderful daughter, whose birthday it is today, to my nieces and my grandnieces, and to the two granddaughters I know I have in Australia, and I've seen photos of them, but as they are the daughters of my second born, who was given for adoption from a mother and baby home experience in the Good Shepherd in Dunboyne in 1982. I have never met them. I've never spoken to them. And my heart really yearns for that connection. And on this International Women's Day, I call on all the goddesses of this land, Bridget, Maureen, Anya, Boan, Eru, Fola, Banba, the Kayak, to just support my intention and my prayer that someday I will get to meet my granddaughters. And special love to all my soul sisters, my good friends who have been there for me, who have my back always, especially Coach Brannigan, to all the wonderful friends that I've known over the years. Some, we've drifted, but I know if we were together and sitting around a table in a kitchen, it will be the same as ever, and that's true friendship and true sisterhood. And I think it's really important as women that we stand together, that we support each other, that we don't tear each other down, that we try to be there for each other. We try to find compassion for whatever experiences people have gone through. And let's face it, we are living in a patriarchal world. It is a patriarchal system. We've come a long way in terms of bodily autonomy, in terms of access to different kinds of work and so on. Still not getting paid the same for the same work. So there's a long, long way to go. And in this land, in Ireland, the heart of the land is the divine feminine, is the sovereignty of the land itself, is the deep mother, the Kayak as the shaper of the land, and our sovereignty goddesses. And remembering that true sovereignty, it's not about running around waving a flag and being nationalistic. It's about actually being in right relationship with the land. It's about the power that is within the land and how we align ourselves with that and allow that energy to flow through us. And the kings of our ancient land were only legitimized as such by the conferral upon them of that role, if they were worthy, by the sovereignty goddess or the agent of the sovereignty goddess, whether that was queen or priestess or whoever. So it's a powerful time to remember what it means to, to carry that divine feminine energy and to honor all women, including our trans sisters. And I suppose for me it's really special because it's also my daughter's birthday. And I think back to the day of her birth, and she was 11 days overdue, and I had been doing, pregnancy yoga and baby meditation every night. And I used to put a chakra stone on every chakra. And the night before, she was like 10 days over the due date. And I know due dates don't really mean anything exact, but I was beginning to get a little bit impatient. And as I finished my meditation and I, was removing the stones, I took off the stone at my womb and I said, "Come on, baby, it's time." And at that moment, that exact moment, my waters broke. Like she was listening to me. She doesn't always listen to me now, but I feel like she listened to me then and arrived the next day on International Women's Day, which set the tone for her being a very empowered, very well sussed, very grounded, and wonderful, wonderful, feisty feminist woman. And I am so proud to be her mother. And with all the children I've had, the two in the mother and baby homes, and the two I had after her, um, she's my only girl, my only daughter. And I'm just so endlessly in awe of her and her amazingness. So I send my love to you all, and a very big special love to the Currasush Sisterhood. All of you women who have trained with me and now walk the path as Currasush priestesses, to those who are currently training, to those who attend the online Wheel of the Year workshops, who've come to different courses, to the Irish language courses and the journeying courses and the exploring mythology courses and all of that. So currently working on the Bardic Arts course with friend, comrade and poet Dave Lorden, the Nine Hazels Bardic Arts, with 9 attendees, and it's really, really great. I'm really loving it. So coming up next, exciting news. I will be a guest on TG Cahir's Choral and Martin Tom Hionin. So it's basically a fireside chat with the host, Martin, and apparently he heard me on a Radio na Gaeltachta interview at one point and thought he'd like to interview me. So it's just going to be about my life in Irish, Oscoelga. So for those of you outside of Ireland, I don't think you're going to be able to access it unless it goes up on YouTube at some point. So that's exciting. Hoping that my Cuidhgaelga is Magalior, like good enough to keep up with the conversation. But yeah, it's very exciting. And, you know, an opportunity to talk about all sorts of stuff that matters to me, I hope. That'll be happening at the end of the month. I'm travelling to Connemara to record the interview. And then in other news, I will be at La Crue for a dawn ceremony on the 19th of March, the day before the exact equinox. So it's a Sunday and it works for most people. So if anyone wants to join me there, you know, it's not a big official ceremony or anything. Just I will be there to pay my respects, and any of you who are there, come and join me, please. Especially the Currasush women, would love to see you there. And yeah, Bealtaine and Ishnach, the Fire Festival. Different setup this year. There's a company called Lux responsible for the procession. So it won't be like last year where I can bring, you know, a whole big crew of people and we can all march in the procession in our green robes. It's limited to 5 people per group. So I'm going to have to look at, you know, who the 4 are going to march with me. However, I have a plan which I'm about to submit to the admins at Ishnach, that we would actually have a, you know, little performance, maybe for an hour, and it'll be like the Currasush Sisterhood of Song and Story, and we would do a bit of sacred drama and bringing people kind of through the myths back into the time of the ancestors, and maybe share 3 stories in 3 groups with people in role and so on. And I think, and I'll do narrator, I think that's an opportunity for lots of us. So if you're coming to Ishnach and you're, you know, a member of or a friend of Currasush, then, you know, get in touch. I will send out an email soon to people who were with us last year and have a look at how many we have. But you do need to get your tickets booked, you know, which I need to do myself. So that's kind of it for now. We've another, 5 weeks to run of the Bardic Arts course, and after that the Irish Language for Ritual will be coming around again. So I know a number of you are waiting for that, so I will send out details when we're coming towards the end of the Bardic Arts sessions. So for now, a very happy International Women's Day. Gra agus bannachtaí, love and blessings, and slán go fóill.